What's up guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another unboxing showcase review, and today let's go over this Warrior Beast figure. This is the Skullman. This is actually a Zoolocon 2024 exclusive. If you don't know what Zoolocon is, it is a wonderful toy show over here in Pennsylvania, and this was one of the exclusives over at the Zoolocon toy show in February. Man, who would have thought this would be a much more modern rendition of this Skullman character from the Warrior Beast? I mean, I've always seen this like Warrior Beast lineup from afar. It's crazy to see the Skullman here in like a Mythic Legions form done by the Four Horsemen. It's very, very cool. Aesthetically, I mean, you can see right off the bat, this has Four Horsemen all written all over it. But what do we get? This is very cool. As you can see, this is our box, but here is the information on the Skullman. So if you want to check that out, there you go. But on the back of the box, more product images of the actual figure. Of course, we know this is our good friend Trevor. This here on the back, you can see some information of the figure itself. And then of course this like exclusive packaging. We normally see this cardboard packaging from the Four Horsemen whenever it's an exclusive. You guys can probably understand if you follow the Four Horsemen, but you will see, let's cut this here so we can get a better look. You guys know on my channel that we always open the box so you guys can see what it's like to see everything in here when you take it out. I normally open it from the bottom. I've got some silicone gel from there, but let's see. Oh my goodness, look at that. There you go. We have our nice tray, everything all laid out. Look at the accessories that we get here. So we'll go over that in detail a little bit more further. We have here on the back some of the soft goods, and let's get started. All right guys, there we go. We got everything out of the box. Quite a bit of accessories. I mean, another set of feet. We got 4 sets of hands, soft goods, weapons, everything, and an alternate head. This is amazing. So let's go over it one by one. Check it out. Starting off with hands, we get these expressive hands, almost like gripping hands, but they're definitely more expressive. I don't think they can really hold anything. And here are the gripping hands. And mentioning this, the first set of hands that we had, these are with the nails, so you can see the nails are painted on this. So we have 2 sets of hands that show the nails, more expressive, more gripping. And then the third set of hands is expressive hands, but these are gloved hands, so you can see a little like a platelet or armor piece, or maybe a leather piece right here. It's got some rivets going on. So there is your third set of hands. And then the fourth set of hands is some gripping hands, but of course in the gloved form. So that's pretty cool. 4 sets of hands, 2 gloved, 2 hands, 2 exposed hands. So it's not bad. I mean, you can see this, the skin tone on the glove versus the regular hand. That's awesome. And then another set of accessories, we have a pair of feet. So we have the exposed feet, and you can see the nails are painted as well, while the other set is right here where it's boots. So 2 different options, very cool. And a very cool bow and arrow accessory right here. So I was able to pose it at this point. And it is a string, so you can pull the string back. There is these notches in the bow. You can see there's one at the bottom, one on the top that you can kind of clip in the arrow, which is nice to see. I used one expressive hand to kind of hold it back. I could probably fit that a little bit better. So you could see here where you can manage where the bow and the arrow is going to go into his hand. Yeah, I can have him grip that a little bit better. But if you want to mess with the articulation, yeah, hell yeah, you could put this on there like so. Very nice. He also comes with a quiver, which is actually pretty cool. Everything is sculpted here in regards to how the arrows are in there, so nothing you can really take out, and there's no real placement for this one arrow to go in, at least not that I see. Yeah, you can't really insert this, but I mean, look at the detail in this quiver here. Now the quiver has a little clip right there in which you can easily just find a spot on the belt where you can just kind of just hook it in and have it right around his waist. So there's a spot you could work with. And then there's this dagger right here. The dagger, very nicely painted. We got quite a bit, of course, with the silver, the black, gold, and red for that dot. A little bit of red splotch right here on my dagger or mini sword, or however you want to call it. But look at the sculpt. It looks very nice. Now, where we can put this dagger, I mean, there are notches in the belt that you could probably utilize where this dagger is going to go. So I mean, that's one area here. If you move this out of the way, there's another spot right here that you can put the dagger. I mean, these little belt loops here, they're there. You can utilize it, but of course we can have a grip into his hand, so do what you will. And he does come with a second head sculpt. Now there is a difference with this one outside of just being a different color, because he does have like more of a black or gray type of skull with the white. You can see some of the blacks coming through within the teeth, the whited out inside here, where the actual head is a white skull all cracked up. It's got some red dots under there to show some life where the eye sockets are, but he does have an articulated jaw, which is awesome to see that we get an articulated jaw on this one, but not on this one. There is no articulation on this jaw, so you can utilize either one. I mean, you have your references from the original concept of this Skullman character, but it's great to have an alternate head. Now we do have some soft goods made by the wonderful C. Jessam. This soft good, this is the hood. So we're gonna have to pop the head off and plant this hood right on side, and then you'll put the head back on. So let me get to that. Easy enough. Take the head off, tuck this back here, and then we'll use this head because I'm basically looking at the box and showing which one it is. We can flip this hood over his head, and you know what, I think there is something weird. So we will learn. We will absolutely learn. We'll do this one first. I feel like this goes in, so all right, I'm gonna mess with this for a bit so you guys can kind of understand how we're gonna do this. So tuck that in like so, and then use the ball peg to insert this way, and of course we'll place that head right into there. And I know that this collar piece, let's see if I can maneuver this around. There you go. There we go. Have that on there. Tuck the sides down, which is always good, and then you can have that hood going like so. Now, of course, I did all that work, and of course there is a cape, so I should have done that too. So we do have this lovely cape wired as well, wired all here. You can see the stitching, so you can see the bends you can make, and even at the bottom of the cape as well. So that's great to see where we can articulate it. But look at this. Look how wide this cape can really go. I mean, you can really open it out here. It is stitched together around the neck. So once again, we're gonna have to take the head off, plop everything on, and then put this over the neck peg. So let's get to that as well. There we go, easy peasy. Put that on like so. Absolutely drape over the shoulders. That will make it look 10 times better. And then you can fold the back piece here into like thirds, I guess you can say. So that way it helps out like that. There you go. Yes, it will bunch a bit, pop out a bit, but once you get it on there, I mean, you're gonna have quite the bit of a nice cape going on. Now, of course, you have your options. There's a lot of things that you don't need. Sometimes you want to just make it your own thing. I probably might not want this hood, because sometimes it's weird for me with the hood being a whole other color, but that was the color scheme. That was the color design choice that was made for this particular character. You could just do this if you wanted to and just have that cape going on. Hell, if you don't want this little piece here, you could do that as well. Just have the cape going on, or once again, we have options where you can use the other head and have that on. So, you know what I mean? There you go. Very cool to see that we can mess around, make it our own. All right, so let's go over paint and sculpt, because this is, you can say it's simple, which I will say it's simple, very simple. We have a very simple color scheme in regards to the black, white, and reds, which I love. I love black and red. That's gonna be, you're gonna throw in some white in there, I'm gonna enjoy it. But we do have a white head sculpt, and we do have, where did I miss? Oh, there it is. We have same color. You can see the same color the color of this skull is very similar to this gray, maybe more gray blackish. This has a little bit of like a bluish tint to it, so it's nice to see. And then we have more of like a bone color in here, but the sculpt is great, and I love seeing like the cracks here in the skull, very unique looking. So that's the one. But then in this head sculpt, there is a nice wash to it, so you can see the cracks throughout, which is very nice. You can see the blacks around the teeth, missing a tooth, by the way. And then in the eye sockets, there is that red going on. So it's just a painted red dot that's in there, but you know, in the light you can definitely make it out when you're doing photographs. But with this articulated jaw, it's very nice to see that all the paint's in there as well. So there's that. Now the body I believe is like a 1.0 Mythic Legion's body. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I sometimes get mixed up between my 1.0 and 2.0. But you can see here there's a huge musculature throughout the chest and the arms, some veins popping out, so you can see the detail in the musculature that was sculpted into the body, and of course into the legs. But it's all just simply one color. There is some, from what I could tell, it looks like there is some wash, because you could see some dark blacks in here, so that's a good, nice touch, accentuates everything. The forearms are like of a strap look, a red strap. You can see that there. And of course we went over the gloves too. These are white gloves, and then of course more of this like whitish gray skin tone and the black nails. Very nice touch with the paint details. The red here as well, more leather looking sculpt with the straps. You can see that, some nice gold on there for this belt as well, some pouches, silver buttons too. And he does have this front loincloth, which we've seen before with Mythic Legions. It's got some red straps going on, some rings, red, and then of course this white fur for this loincloth right there. So not too bad, very simple. Like I said, he does have armor on his shins though, right? He's got these armor plates, nicely painted with the buckles and the rivets. Very well done. Underneath all that are these like leather boots. So he's got these leather boots going on like so, which makes it a little different too, because then even he has these leather straps around the calves. You can change out his boot into a foot. There is your feet. Look at that. Different colors on the feet. Nails are painted, all white on the boots, but they are sculpted, so you can see like that leather detail. Really cool. And with articulation. For me, I'm very familiar with it because we're dealing with a Mythic Legion type character, or I'm sorry, Mythic Legion figure. So what you have here, as you saw before, the whole torso is built with a neck as well. And then of course you have your ball peg with some articulation around the neck. Of course you can go turn side to side. You can look up that far, you can look down that much, but you can get very good expression with the tilt, as you can see there. It's also the same on the alternate head too. Of course we went over this articulated jaw, which is very nice. Shoulders go up to a 90-degree You can, of course, turn it, and he can turn at the elbow with a single jointed elbow like so. You can turn the forearm right here, and you can turn at the wrist because we do have horizontal hinges on the wrist. I think all of them are horizontal. Nope, not all of them. The gripping hands are a vertical, so that's awesome. The gripping hands being a vertical is a very, very nice touch for that, for the glove hands. Everything else is horizontal. There is a ball on the waist. Ball waists are great, so you can get some articulation out of this. It's probably not a lot, but just enough. But there is him going back that far, going forward just a little bit, but you can see the rocking motion that you can get out of it. Side to side, very little. This huge like belt piece right here, it is up high, and I think it's meant to be that high. Yeah, it only sits really high, which I'm assuming is why, you know, the torso piece only goes so far. The upper thigh turn right there, he can, does he have that? Yeah, he's got a ball peg. He's got pegs here in the pelvis area, so he can do the splits if you want him to. But once again, upper thigh cut, single jointed knee that does go pretty nicely for at least a little bit past 90, so that's pretty good. He does he turn at the knee? He does turn at the knee like so, and then of course he has a pivot on the ankle, because you can see it's just a ball right there, and then forward back like so. But there you go, there's articulation. Guys, I had outfitted him the way I like it, so let's see how tall he is. He is right at like 6 3/4 tall. Okay, and for comparison, usual suspects. Let's start out. McFarlane Toys, Star Wars Black Series, some Marvel Legends, and some Mythic Legions characters. There's Thrace for you. And geez, how about a Rakugor, right? Look at this. Look at this. Jeez. All right, guys, there you have it. There we have my unboxing showcase review on the Zolocon 2024 Warrior Beast Skullman. Very cool to see a character like this brought to this modern look from the Four Horsemen. It's very Mythic Legion centric to me, but you know what? It's a very cool look, color scheme, awesome. I definitely like this figure. It's fantastic. It really is. The amount of accessories that you get with this makes you, you know, have different combinations of stuff, especially with the soft goods. Man, soft goods look incredible. This bow and arrow is really cool. I'm glad I'm able to, you know, pose it in this particular way, especially, you know, it's got the string on there. You can definitely play around with this. You can definitely make sure to mix and match, pop and swap with different parts if you wanted to make this character your own. But there you have it, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Let me know if you actually picked one up yourself. I would love to hear from you if you were at Zolocon and you actually picked up this figure. But it's very, very cool. I'm glad to see something like this. I hope they do a little bit more with more characters from this Warrior Beast line or Realm of the Underworld. That would be very, very cool. So thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure to hit the like, comment, subscribe if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. But thank you all. I appreciate it again. Hope to see you soon. Hope to see you on the next hunt.